Greetings from South Korea. I am Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. U.S. President Donald Trump on Monday once again urged countries including South Korea to actively help reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Speaking to reporters at the White House, Trump said the U.S. strongly encourages other nations whose economies depend on the strait to help secure the key oil shipping route. He said that Washington gets less than 1% of its oil from the strait, while Japan gets 95%, China 90%, and South Korea 35%. Though Trump did not single out any particular nation, he further accused allies of showing low enthusiasm for the coalition, and added that enthusiasm would matter to him. Israel has expanded its war, launching what the military calls limited and targeted ground operations into southern Lebanon. Thousands of troops are now operating across the border to dismantle Hezbollah's strongholds, prompting sweeping evacuation orders for all residents south of the Litani River. Lebanese authorities report over 850 people have been killed and nearly 1 million displaced since the conflict escalated. Meanwhile, Tehran issued a stern warning, strongly cautioning the U.S. against deploying troops as the conflict risks spiraling into a prolonged regional war. President Lee Jae-myung has urged the government to prepare for the worst-case scenarios stemming from a possible prolonged conflict in the Middle East. Speaking at a cabinet meeting held in Sejong City on Tuesday, he said oil prices have begun to stabilize since the price cap was implemented, but warned of further uncertainties. He called on officials to supervise prices on site to make sure the price cap is actually reflected at the gas pumps, and instructed them to swiftly organize an extra budget. On top of finding alternative energy supplies, Lee mentioned the possibility of temporarily limiting the use of private vehicles and placing export controls on certain items if necessary. South Korea's ruling Democratic Party plans to pass key legislation on prosecutorial reform at the upcoming plenary session. DP Chairman Chung Chong-nae announced at a press conference on Tuesday that the ruling bloc had reached a coordinated agreement on bills to establish a new major crime investigation office and a public prosecution office. According to the party leader, the core principle of those bills is a strict separation between investigative and prosecutorial powers, designed to prevent prosecutors from intervening in investigations. The plan would also remove special privileges associated with prosecutors. Following a parliamentary subcommittee review, the bill is to be reviewed by the National Assembly's Legislation and Judiciary Committee before being submitted to the plenary session on Thursday. The DP's party leader emphasized that the ruling bloc had fully aligned on the proposal, and added that it hopes that the reform would end the controversy over prosecutorial power. A trailer for a documentary about mega-hit boy band BTS and the making of their new album has been released on Tuesday. The film, titled BTS The Return, features scenes from the group's world tours and the process of working on new songs in Los Angeles. In the trailer, the members reflect on their identity and hint at changes for their upcoming comeback release. The actual documentary film is set to premiere on Netflix on March 27th. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.